Hi Lovejoy Choir students, welcome back. I hope you had a great summer. It's so great to be back at Lovejoy High School again. I'm one of the voice teachers here. My name is Susan Seibert. I've been teaching voice lessons for about 20 years and I love it. Just to give you a little bit of background information about myself, I have a bachelor's degree in voice, bachelor's degree in piano, and a master of music education degree as well. I've been teaching voice lessons for a long time and I love working with students to help them maximize their potential. Even though I've worked as a choir director and as an elementary music specialist, I especially love working with voice students one-on-one and helping you find your best voice. I've had many students make all-state choir, all-region choir, and have actually had several students go on to major in voice and receive thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarships. So I'm so excited to work with you and help you find your best voice. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the drop policy for voice lessons. If you do make a commitment to take voice lessons, we would like you to commit for the entire school year. Now sometimes things come up and you're not able to continue the lessons. If you do that, you are expected to finish out the month that you've paid for. There will not be any refunds. If for any reason expectations are not met, you might be notified by the teacher that you will have to discontinue lessons after finishing the month that you've paid for. I'm going to go over a little bit about absence policies. If you know you're going to be absent, please contact your voice teacher by phone. I personally don't mind a text message. You'll have to talk to your individual teacher about that. If you do not notify the teacher about an absence, you will default the lesson. That means you will not receive that lesson you've paid for. Excused absences will be made up according to the teacher's availability. If for any reason the teacher cannot make up the lesson, the teacher can choose to just give you a credit back on your account. If for any reason the teacher has to be absent, notification will be made and we will make up the lesson at the earliest time that we can. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your awesome Lovejoy Choir team. I hope you have a wonderful year.
How are you? Welcome back. My name is Miss Lassiter and I am so excited to be back here at Lovejoy High School teaching private voice lessons. This is my third year with all of you and I have enjoyed every second working with each of you. You guys are super talented and I just really love working with all of you and Miss Green and Mr. Mason. You guys are fantastic. Super excited to be back. A little bit about myself for those of you that don't know me. I am an active performer. I perform here in the community. I've performed with various companies in New York and Massachusetts and in Oklahoma, as well as here in Texas, my home state. And I just love sharing all of that information that I've received through performing with all of you. I studied at Oklahoma City University, got my bachelor's there, and then I went on to study at the Boston Conservatory and got my master's in opera performance there. For those of you who may be on the fence about voice lessons, I want to encourage you to study voice this year. It's a really great way to develop yourself as an individual, which then in turn makes your whole choir better. So even if you think, well, I don't want to study voice when I go off to college or whatever, think of it as a way to help your choir. You're going to make your choir even more beautiful and wonderful than it already is. So think about that as you're considering voice lessons. Now for the serious stuff. Lesson information. Private voice lessons will be given through the Lovejoy Choral Department during class time or other arranged time. But class time will be given on a first-come, first-served basis, so get those forms in soon. There will be one 23-minute lesson per week, and the cost is $18 per lesson. Monthly payments in the form of check or money order are due to the teacher at the beginning of each month, and this will usually be $72 depending on holidays and things like that. Expectations of the student. We expect you to participate in the UIL Solo and Ensemble event on Saturday, February 8th, which is my birthday, so there you go. Attend recitals during the school year. My voice studio, we always do one big recital at the end of the year, and then you guys also have your solo and ensemble recital in the middle of the year. Come to the lesson prepared with a cooperative and respectful attitude. We teachers appreciate that. Bring all assigned materials to each lesson, and if you have a folder or a binder, that makes it even better. Recommended practice time is 20 minutes per day, 5 days per week. That's the minimum. more time may be necessary for those preparing for auditions or tryouts.
Everyone, my name is Jessie Hinkle. I'll be teaching voice lessons here this fall. I went to the University of North Texas for my undergraduate work, and then I moved to New York City and went to the Manhattan School of Music for grad school. I stayed in Manhattan for a long time after that and sang at Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall and was in a Broadway show. And so now I'm back home in Texas, and I'm very excited to be teaching voice lessons. Any students who are planning to audition for All Region Choir need to learn their music as soon as possible because there will be limited time once lessons begin. Everybody should learn their notes and music before coming to the lesson so that the lesson time can be spent on musicality and phrasing and vocal technique. Please see your choir directors for more information about All Region. And if you're interested in applying for a Booster Club partial voice scholarship based on need and an essay competition, please get a voice scholarship application found on lovejoychoir.com. I look forward to meeting all of you, and here before we go is a short clip of me singing the habanera from Carmen. Thanks.